WGN Investigates has an update on the ongoing battle between Drew Peterson, his former attorney, and a judge seeking to silence the lawyer. It all stems from a WGN Investigates interview with the former attorney, Joel Brodsky, in which he threatened to reveal what he knows about the murder of one of Peterson's wives and the disappearance of another.
I feel bad about what, Drew, still not taking responsibility and Stacy still being missing, that I'm thinking about maybe, revealing what happened to Stacy and where she is.
This is the 2022 interview that started it all. Drew Peterson's former attorney said he was considering breaking attorney-client privilege and sharing what he knows about the murder of third wife Kathleen Savio and the still unsolved disappearance of fourth wife Stacy. It resulted in a Will County judge issuing a gag order that attorney Joel Brodsky was back in court fighting today.
Judge Carlson obviously has a very strong feeling about the attorney-client privilege. I think that in certain situations it should be able to be, it shouldn't apply.
Joe Brodsky likes sensational things to get himself more press. Joe Brodsky likes the press. So if he comes up with some sensational, is he lying? Could be.
News Nation's Ashley Banfield interviewed Peterson in prison recently, where he again claimed his innocence. Peterson is currently making a bid for a new trial on his conviction in his third wife's murder. Court records show he's arguing Brodsky erred by not allowing him to testify.
Because I want to tell my story. I want to tell my side. A trial can only help me. They can't, if they find me guilty again, well, I'm not no better than I was. It's got potential to, if everything's presented in a correct way, then it may free me.
Brodsky denies he should have let Peterson testify.
A lawyer cannot allow a client to testify who he knows is going to lie on the stand.
It's comments like that, hinting at Peterson's guilt, that led prosecutors to charge Brodsky with indirect criminal contempt of court.
I argue that there should be an exception in the case where you have a missing person and the guy's never getting out of jail. So far the court hasn't agreed with me on that.
Brodsky will be back in court on the indirect contempt of court charge April 1st. Between now and then, the judge told him not to leave the country without notifying the court or make any further comments about his representation of Peterson. Brodsky said he's not running from this. Also today, a judge denied a request by Peterson's public defender for access to the unedited Drew Peterson interview from WGN and News Nation. The judge agreeing with our attorney's argument that it's protected under the Illinois Reporters Shield Law. Lourdes?